Harriet Tubman. We go back, but we also got to look forward to folks who are fighting and leading this fight right now. The former chairman, national chairman of the New Black Panther Party is the current executive director of Black Lawyers for Justice. He's my big brother. He's my inspiration, one of my inspirations at least. And he's a friend of mine. I call him a friend, but also a comrade. I speak of none other than attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz. Thank you so much.
All right, let's give Brother Jonathan a strong hand. Let's give Sister Mother Dorothy Elliott a strong hand. Let's give Brother Marcus Bullock and Flick Shop a strong hand. Our delegate from the 25th Legislative District, Mr. Darrell Barnes. Let's give him a strong hand. And everybody that's spoken, you say, give yourself a strong hand tonight. Giving honor to God, I bear witness that regardless to land, label, or language, that there is but one God. I bear witness that regardless to religion, that there is but one God. I thank God for Abraham, Moses, and Jesus. I thank God for the Prophet Muhammad. But I also say that God has found favor on us, the black man and woman of North America. So I thank God equally for Harriet Tubman. I thank God for Sojourner Truth. I thank God for Marcus Mosiah Garvey, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Y'all act like y'all don't know these people. Y'all familiar with these people? Come on. I thank God for Malcolm X. I thank God for Dr. King. I thank God for Rosa Parks. I thank God for every one of those that have came to suffer, whose names are known and those that are unknown, including a bold, bald-headed black man and a brilliant man who was my teacher and my mentor, who has passed from amongst us, but his mission still weighs upon me. I speak of Minister and Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. And in their names and in his names, I greet you again here tonight. Assalamu alaikum. Hotel. Praise the Lord. And we thank God for being here. To Pastor and Minister Sylvia Bullock and Seek His Face Ministries, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Let's give Pastor a strong hand. I am out here and here tonight for the subject of justice or else. Justice or else. That's right. I'm going to get straight to the point as we need to talk about justice as such an important topic or strong topic. When you hear that a mobilization coming, a march is coming, a movement is coming, and it's entitled Justice or Else. You know that when you are speaking to your child, mother, and you say you're going to clean up your room, or else you're going to go to school, that's right, pass those classes and get that homework right, or else that's right, you're going to stop talking back to me, or else. Or else is a strong statement because it means that there's something coming after the demand. That's right. And so we have been given a demand, and that demand has been given to us by Minister Louis Farrakhan. That demand is coming October the 10th, and that demand is justice or else. I'm known for saying out on the streets, doing rallies and demonstrations, for asking the question, what do we want? Justice. And I'm asking you now, what do we want? Justice. And when do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. And when do we want it? Now. And then I ask the question, how do you want it? Huh? You ain't ready for that question. I know you will. And I want to know from you, since you say you want it, how do you want it? All right. And so now we have justice.
Or else.
And then everybody has their own interpretation of it. Everybody has their own analysis of it. But I'm pretty much a strict interpreter. I take strict and literal interpretations, meaning that I generally take a hard line. And so I thank for those who came out tonight to hear me, because some didn't want to come out tonight to hear what I had to say, or specifically said they were not coming out. And pretty much that's how it goes with me. Throughout the hills of North America, a lot of lies have been told on me. Enemies of justice have put out bad information on me. And therefore, they have put a cloud over my head in some circles, except for those who are just straight up true freedom fighters, conscious persons, and persons that fear God and God alone. They know what time it is. But I come here under a circumstance and a set of circumstances since the time that I was at Howard University. There's always been some kind of opposition to me doing what I do. I have, in all my years of struggle since I started at Howard University in 1988, that's now 27 years of straight struggle for the liberation of our people, there's always been intense opposition. I've lived a life of intense opposition, and I haven't backed down yet. And so tonight I want to come here to say that God is good, that God is great. I want to say that the Lord is my shepherd, and I shall not want. That he has led me beside the still waters and has calmed things down for me, and has led me into some green pastures also. I have been blessed despite my being attacked by some wicked enemies, both white and black. Some powerful, some insignificant, over these 27 years. At Howard University, what Brother Jonathan Hutto saw and what inspired him to come to the university. And I want to say that he is one of the greatest student body presidents ever at Howard University, for sure. He's one of the greatest. He might be the last true black conscious president that came or comes from Howard University. But he has not stopped. When we were at the university in that period of time, you know, everybody in college, you're radicalized. In college, you're strong, you're speaking up, you're bold, until Sally Mae calls that day. And when Sally Mae calls that debt, you go and get that job or try to get that job, and 9 times out of 10, the revolution goes out the window. The reality of life makes us, some of us, most of us, conservative. We start to get conservative. We start off strong, we start off radical, we start off uncompromising, we start off by any means necessary, and then we get conservative. You get in a certain kind of job, you get conservative. You get criticism from family or friends, you get conservative. And so Jonathan Hutto, he's kept the path for justice, so I want to thank him for keeping the path, for staying on the path, because many do not keep the road. The road is not for the swift, the road is for those that are able to persevere. And so now for myself, it has been 27 years of perseverance. It has been, I guess, 19 years since I got my law license here in Maryland. I started here in Maryland as an attorney at law, got my law license here. And though I've lived in the districts most of the time, I'm back. No, I mean, I'm back. Like the law offices of Malik Shabazz is now in Greenbelt, Maryland. And the headquarters for Black Lawyers for Justice is right here near the federal courthouse out here in Greenbelt, Maryland. Yes, sir. And so I'm ready to roll.
Yes.
I don't know what that might. I'm ready to see what justice looks like in Prince George's County. And though I've been involved in litigation, I've been involved in lawsuits, I've been involved in efforts such as the effort for Archie Elliott, whose blood we are here. He is a martyr, whose blood we're here to honor and to stand on and to go forth on, the sacrifice that he and his mother have made. Certainly she has persevered. Give her another hand. Tonight, we want to talk about justice in the broad sense, but in the specific sense of Prince George's County. What does this mean? What does October 10th, 2015 mean to Prince George's County? What does justice or else mean to Prince George's County? Is this just one day, one mobilization, one event? Or what does this mean for the future of this most critical and compelling question of justice for our people? Police officers around America killing black men like wildfire. Every night on the news you see it over and over again. Black men and black women dying at the hands of the police, dying at the hands of traffic stops, dying at the hands of the police behind bars, dying at the hands of the police one way or another. Death, a cloud of death is over the United States of America. And that cloud of death is being led by the police, but not occupied by the police alone. Death amongst black people, black men, still in this day and time. Prince George's County and the police department in Prince George's County, Prince George's and the police department do not have a good track record. Maryland police in general, Maryland police, Maryland state troopers have always been deadly. Hello?
That's right.
You know, and when I have to come out here and speak straight words, it's the best and probably the only way I know to go. So I hope y'all want me out here because I really only know one way to go. And that's drive and not reverse. I don't go into drive, reverse, neutral, and all of that. I know one thing, that our people are suffering. Our people need justice. And our people need strong black men that will stand up and deal with racism and white supremacy and police brutality. And black women are looking for a strong man and strong men to stand up and deal with it. And so I really only know one way to go. I have diplomacy, and I have all of those, I guess some of those trimmings that you need, because this is a certain kind of county, you know, it's a bushy county. It's a bushy county. You know, we've made it in Prince George's County, we made it. We moved away from those blacks in the district. And we got our jobs, and we have our businesses, and we have our contracts, our consulting agreements. Because you know, Washington, D.C., I know the region. And so they say Prince George's County is, pardon these men here, let's give them a hand too. They are your friends. They're really my friends. And trust me, they are not here for show. They wouldn't be here if they weren't strictly and absolutely needed to be here. because in that 27 years, I have made a lot of enemies. And I haven't intended to make a lot of enemies. My mother wonders, what has happened to my son? I didn't intend to make a lot of enemies. I just happened to meet Louis Farrakhan on my college campus. I just met Dr. Khalid Muhammad on my college campus. I met Stokely Carmichael or Kwame Ture. I met Leonard Jeffries. I met freedom fighters, Amiri Baraka on my college campus, and they turned me on and they turned me around and they put me in a hell of a situation. They put me in a hell of a situation because I believe what they taught me. And therefore, today, and I'm coming back to what I'm saying about Prince George's County in another way. What I'm saying is that I couldn't, when I had to get my letters from Sally Mae and my student loans time to be repaid, well, I couldn't go out there and I wasn't going to get a job with the white man. I have to use that term. Sorry about that. But we've gotten so fancy, we don't use the term the white man. So I have to use it just some. If you can take it, can you take it? Because I know we want to use other language. We want to say they, them, the oppressor. We want to always hit the side road. I don't know about all these side streets. I have to, can I do that faster? Can I speak straight? Because the Jesus of the scripture that I read says that you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free, and the truth shall make you free. So in my journey of persecution, I've also been blessed. I've been shown by God to keep on this path. And you will not be without substance. You will not be without money, homes, luxuries, and friendships in all walks of life. It may not come easy, but I've been witness that you will not starve as a revolutionary. You will not go without bread for being a revolutionary. I can say that it even amazes me sometimes. I'm blessed with a list that starts with a list of enemies that starts with the Anti-Defamation League, the Southern Poverty Law Center, the FBI, Homeland Security, Transportation Security Administration. When I walk into the airport, you will swear I am the son of Osama bin Laden. You will swear. And I don't look nothing like the man. If I go into any airport in the United States of America, please don't run out on me. It's going to be all right. If your seat gets too hot, just raise it up and fan it a little bit and sit back down. But if I go into the airport of the United States of America or any airports, the supervisors, everybody comes out. It takes me a long time to get my ticket. It's an army of blue everywhere. It's on me everywhere. If I sit down and try to get a banana or a donut or something, it's everywhere. I'm like, this is some serious stuff. And I wonder, what have I really done to upset and acted on the truth? I've not only told the truth, but acted on the truth.
Yes, sir.
And so, despite all that, and a list of now black enemies, you know you're not going to have white enemies without having some black ones. They might not be as strong as the white ones, but they fighting as hard as they can. Matter of fact, even though they little fighters, they fighting harder than the big fighters. You bear witness to that, right? Enemies within our own race, in our own race. So despite all of that, I can say that I've been blessed. I have a successful law practice. I have successful clientele. I have successful dealings in real estate and business. And I can talk to you bougie black people out here in Prince George's County. Because I know how you're living. I know how you're riding. I know what you're into out here. But also, we can say here in Prince George's County that you've been shaken. You are not as comfortable as you used to be as America's most prosperous black county. You have been shaken by this foreclosure crisis. You have been shaken by this real estate crisis. You have been awakened to the fact that you are just like other blacks all around America and subjected to the same issues, the same problems, the same whipping winds. As the scripture talks about in the book of Ezekiel, talks about the whipping winds have come out here. It used to be just the whipping winds of police abuse and the terrible actions of the Prince George's County Police. I mean, they were hard. They are hard on black men. And the black ones were as hard as the white ones. Am I right? Amen. I mean, it seemed like the black police officers in Prince George's County were just trying to prove a point to their overseers and their masters. I'll take care of my Negroes here. And they go to whooping on our heads. I mean, when they whoop on our heads out here in Prince George's County, they seem like they put extra blows and extra emphasis in self-hatred amongst our own people. Am I right? Now remember, I'm doing the talking now. And remember, you did not know what I would say. I'm doing the talking. You have an out. You can say I was just there, but I didn't, he was him talking. I didn't know what he was. Why do I say that? You know I'm keeping it real here because everybody in Prince George's, or at least in the upper crust, they are connected. And everybody's trying to get connected to something. I'm connected to the governor. I'm connected to the county executive. I'm connected here. I'm connected there. Everybody's trying to get connected. And most of the time getting misdirected as they are getting connected. So what it is bred here in my analysis, what it is bred here is an environment out here in Prince George's County where justice is lacking. Justice is lacking. The movement is good. We have good activists here, but the movement has to be strong. I love the message of Mr. Darrell Barnes, who said that despite opposition and threats, he was going to come out here and stand for justice. He's done the right thing. He's done the right thing, and he's doing the right thing. Because it is leadership like that that is going to win the day in the future. It is straight talking, straightforward leadership that Black America is looking for, but also America is looking for. Even though we don't like it, this is a new time and a new era we're coming into in America, and a new time that we're coming into in the Black community as we move towards justice or else. The white people in America are not looking for politicians. They are not looking for politically correct candidates this season. They are looking for some straight talk from their leadership. They are tired of what's going on, and they're even willing to accept the worst that they got, which is Donald Trump. Talk to me. Now, you know America's in bad shape. Oh, America is in bad shape. When Donald Trump looked like he's going to run the country, America's in bad shape. And have run out of gas. I mean, Trump has ran Bush back in the bushes. Am I right or wrong? I mean, he got all of the top Republicans, long-time politicians, he got them running for cover. And he is a complete fool. Amen? Amen. Let the church say amen. I mean, he has no substance. Welcome to America. He has the same answers to every question. We'll work it out. It's just management. But this is the desperate state that America is in this hour. She is desperate. She wants somebody who will deal with these Negroes. She's looking for a candidate and looking for a white man that will not play footsie with you, that will not try to be politically correct with you. And I'm talking about you, the black man and the black woman and the brown man and the black woman and the minorities of this country. White people are fed up with us. And they're looking for somebody that will tell it like it is, and that will, and even if we're offended, so what? Do something about it. And that's Donald Trump. He represents the angry white male. That angry white male making a comeback. And it don't matter what he say about women. He call them bimbos, call them ugly, say they make all kind of offensive comments about women. Things that would have put you on the political chopping block yesterday. And the white woman is throwing her fist up on him too. He may be a drunken, rambling bum, but he'll deal with these niggas. He'll put the Mexicans back on the train. He said he's going to put the Mexicans, 11 million Mexicans on the train and send them across the border. Illegal immigration. What illegal immigration? Who drew the border? And how did you get the border? But by theft and deception. But it's your border now, but you stole it from the original people who was here. You know, there's other truth tellers out here also. So we're going to have a showdown now in America. They coming with their Donald Trumps and their police unions and their police spokesmen. They're coming with their hard position, and our line is hardening up also. Right. Justice or else. Or else. What do you mean or else, Minister Farrakhan? What do you mean or else? And my meetings with him, my private meetings with him. You know, he's a very nice man. That's what I would say about him. He's very nice. And he represents a certain stage in time where niceness is going to come to an end. When a nice man tells you justice or else, and when you see an 82-year-old man up every day on his job, on his post, moving from state to state, city to city, firing up our people, waking up our people, not headed for the retirement home, but headed to the front line. And you know, time to change. Time to change. Jesus, who's called Yeshua in the Hebrew, and if you don't mind, I call him the Black Revolutionary Messiah. I say black because he's written of in the scripture as having hair like lamb's wool and feet like fine brass burned in the oven. Not the image that look like the police officers that shoot us. We have been given a Jesus that looks like our slave master. Amen? Amen. We have been given a Jesus that looked like most of the police officers that kill us, right? But the Bible says he had hair like lamb's wool and feet like fine brass burned in an oven. And look at that lamb's wool on your head. Even if you got it tied into a weave, it's still lamb's wool. Amen? And your feet like fine brass burned in an oven. He's from our native land. He's from Northeast Africa. It's called Palestine, which is really a part of Africa. He's one of us. And if we're going to have a revival tonight, we got to tell the truth and wake up our minds and revive our dead spirits from the lies that the devil has told us. So the devil has lied to us. So Jesus saying in the scripture, I must work. I must do the work by he who sent me while it is still day. For the night cometh when no man can work. That he got a certain limited period of time to carry out his mission. Because the night will come and it will not be able to be this type of work done. He teaches us in the scripture. We don't believe that this scripture or this book pertains to yesterday, but it pertains to today. The Bible to us is like a history book or a black history book from one cover to another. But it is also a book of prophecy. It is also a book of prediction of what will come down the pike in the future. Yes, it is not just talking about yesterday, it is a guide for today. Everything in it did not happen yesterday. Some of it relates to today. And so today we are in such dispensation of time We are in a limited period of time called daylight. A time when we have a short time to organize, a short time to get our act together, a short time to implement this objective called justice, or else night is going to come, and when night comes, we are not going to be able to work effectively. What do you mean? You thought you were going to catch a break under President Obama. And believe it or not, you're catching a break. Even though our necks are getting broken, our backs, our spines, Freddie Gray, our spines are being broken, and our hearts are being broken by the police departments of America, by the racists of America, like the Charleston 9, Emmanuel 9, that breaks our hearts. Yes, when white supremacists, racists come into church, shoots 9 of our parishioners, our family members. That's breaking our hearts. Right. In the Obama era, right, the so-called post-racial era, right, the time when racism was supposed to end and we were all supposed to sing Kumbaya. Right. Huh? We're supposed to be right now, according to 2008, remember that slogan, change? Change is coming. We are supposed to be singing Kumbaya right now, right? We are supposed to see the end of police brutality, the end of racist killing. And we were supposed to do like Mr. Obama said, just as black men, just be quiet, get your act together, pay your child support, and handle your business, because really it's you, black man. Mr. Obama was telling us in words, it's really you, black man, that's the problem with racism in America. It's not America, it's not white supremacy, it's not any of that, it's really you, black man. Oh, but Mr. Obama has had to take some lessons about the country he runs. He has had to take notes. And even though this time under him has been brutal and getting more brutal at this point in time, it still represents daylight. It still represents a softer version of the government, because a harder version is coming.
Right. That's right.
A harder version is coming. As much as many, however, if you disagree with Mr. Obama, as many don't disagree with him at all on anything. There's some who disagree with him on some things, and there some who disagree with him on more than some things. Whichever the situation is, we at least knew he was a black man, and he had some sympathy, some connection to our issues. Oh, what's coming down the pipe? Huh? Is Donald Trump coming down the pipe as the president of this modern day Babylon? This modern day Sodom and Gomorrah? The scripture says, and about Babylon of the scripture, it says that Nebuchadnezzar and Beelzebub, that they got meaner and harder as the battle went along, right, dealing with Daniel and the Hebrew boys. And another point in the book of Exodus, it talks about, it gives the scripture says God hardened Pharaoh's heart towards the children of Israel. A harder time is coming. A harder presidency is coming. A more callous administration is coming. And the police departments of America are waiting for that administration to come. They feel constrained right now. You say constrained, how could they? Oh yes, they feel constrained right now. And they're getting ready to be let loose. Even Hillary Clinton, at this hour, America is rejecting her. They are dissatisfied with her. Even though you're ready to go out there 99.9% with no questions asked and cast that vote for Hillary Clinton, even though you already signed, sealed, and delivered, America is not. America's a dissatisfied house, and she's fighting for her life to just try to win the Democratic primary against an unknown challenger Bernie Sanders, and she's been in politics all her life. And she can barely get above water to breathe right now. What is that telling you? That's telling you that America is a house of dissatisfaction. Yes. That is telling you that America, from stem to stern, is dissatisfied. They're willing to put anybody in office to try to deal with their dissatisfaction of their lives. And one thing that they're dissatisfied with is hearing about you. You and your chance. You and your problems. You and your no justice. Hands up. You know what white people want to say to you? They want to say, nigga, shut up. Hello? They're tired of you. And so as I bring this, I don't know, I really couldn't hardly write a message. I just had to give a message. Yes, sir. But this is the time we're in. We are in a time now where America is a great house of dissatisfaction. Black people are dissatisfied. And now more of us are coming together across class lines, across religious lines, across geographic lines than ever. Because everybody agrees that the injustices is intolerable. I don't care whether you're out here in Prince George's County and whether you have so-called made it and how whatever life you live in, it affects your heart. I don't care how strictly religious you are. Even if your religious doctrine teach you, don't go nowhere around in Muslims. Because I'm a straight up hardcore fundamentalist Pentecostal holy roller. Whoa! And I don't mess with no Muslims. Even you, hardcore holy roller. Down on one leg, hopping around when they hitting the band. I'm telling the truth, being respectful. But when we get the Holy Spirit too, we got it right now. Is that right? Even them they have a heart. That's our family. And the heart for our suffering as a people is moving across religious lines. It's moving across all these lines. Justice or else. That brings up something in my mind. And I will not tonight explain to you all that it brings up in my mind. Because I know people watching this webcast. And they want to run to Louis Farrakhan and say, well, he's getting real radical. You see what he's saying when he starts talking about justice or else. So I can't give you everything that would be in my mind. I can only tell you what I see. I've been in Ferguson, Missouri. Right now, I come out today, I'm in battle, in court in Ferguson. I'm still in litigation against the police departments and the chiefs in Ferguson. I'm still about to take depositions, still in the discovery process, and still finding out how dirty they are. And still battling for them brothers and sisters that they randomly went and grabbed, abused, gassed, and beat, and jailed for no reasons in the wake of Mike Brown. Still on the case. But when I was on the ground in Ferguson last year, August, when I was on the ground for 3 straight weeks, I went as a lawyer to investigate human rights violations. But when I got there, while investigating those violations, I saw the spirit of a revolutionary youth. And their mindset was justice or else. Justice or else. So I'm not telling you what I'm saying here tonight. I'm going to tell you what I saw and what I witnessed and what spirit met my spirit. Justice or else taught me, the black youth of Ferguson, who went out every day from August 8th for weeks and weeks and faced militarized police. I'm talking about a modern army in an American city. I'm talking about look like tanks, only without the actual term. I'm talking about armored vehicles, armored police. I'm talking about indiscriminate use of gas, beating people. I mean, it was an outright army. We were outnumbered every day on the streets of Ferguson. And so they playing and God was the best of planners. Yes, even though they went out there to put fear in our hearts, I saw young youth with nothing more than a slingshot in their hand. Like David going up against Goliath. They charged them front lines every day. And they went to them front lines. And every day they went to the front lines at night. Boom! Boom! The gas was flying. And they were shooting at us. And sometimes I didn't know whether the guns that were pointed at us had gas in them or real bullets in them. One of the first days I pulled up in Ferguson, one of the St. Louis County police officers pointed an assault rifle right at my chest. He said, you take one more move, I'll kill you. And I knew that he was serious. But like David, there's a new group on the scene today. And this new group on the scene today does not care. They do not care about their lives. Like I said earlier, they have not gotten to the point where they have learned how to compromise and sell out. And this generation cannot be controlled and they cannot be compromised. And they're serious about that statement, Black Lives Matter.
Right, that's right.
And so, yeah, I was out there on the street with them because I'm going to go where my people are. They say, well, you're an attorney at law. This is not the work of an attorney to be out here on the streets with these young people. You must return to the suites. You must use your pen and your pad. You can't be out there amongst those people. Huh? You know, they criticized the primary figure in this book. Jesus, they say you're hanging out with the wrong crowd. You're hanging out with people that are lowlifes. You're hanging out with wretches. You're hanging out with prostitutes. You're hanging out with people you shouldn't hang out with. So said the elite rabbis and the religious class of that day. But y'all don't know what God is interested in. God is using this generation to bring us to this point of justice or else. Yes, this is about the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March, but this is also about the young people in America rising up in Ferguson that have inspired Louis Farrakhan to call for justice or else. Them young people is behind that. It's them young people that put this cause and fighting these police that put this on the TV screen. It's them young people that went out and blocked them highways and took on these city council meetings and took on these sheriff departments and have given their time and their lives and went to jail that have inspired what's going on October 10th. Yes. And I'm here to tell you that I see God's hand in that.
Yes.
God chose Moses, and Moses was a killer.
Yes.
Are you listening to me?
Yes.
Moses was accused of killing the Egyptian, according to the scripture. And God chose Moses in part because he had killed an Egyptian. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
He said, that's my man. He said, this one is strong enough to go up against the enemy. This is my man that I'm going to choose. We got a generation like that on the scene today. So for those who give praise to me, I just want to let you know, man, I'm riding the wave. I'm not going to let these young people out here outdo me. I'm like, no, you ain't going to outdo me out here. I'm getting rich. Look, I'm coming to a couple points and I'll take some questions. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? They say all kind of crazy stuff about me, but I'm telling you it's not true. They say, well, he's a racist. He's an anti-Semite. He's a violent man. No, I'm none of that. I'm a black man who is trying to help my people get free. I ain't going to be long. Bear with me for a minute. And so what I have seen, dear sisters and brothers, across this year of struggle in Baltimore, spent a lot of time in Baltimore and continuing to spend time in Baltimore. That's part of Maryland. And Maryland is rough. Maryland police are rough. And Maryland justice is rough. And Maryland is a conservative state. You don't hear no great history of no radicals coming out of Maryland because the state of Maryland will crush your Afrocentric self. Is that right? You're not getting no warm reception out here with that blackness. Hello?
That's right.
I mean, you can play some drums and do some stuff like that, but you ain't If you come out here fighting for justice, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a problem with this system out here. You're going to have a problem with a certain amount of blacks that are tied into that system. But I'm here to tell you this. Look, I'm out here, Jack. And I done already seen all of the big enemies, so I hate to say it, please forgive me, but I'm looking for a fight. I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm looking for a fight out here in Prince George's County. From 1010 and beyond, a righteous fight. A righteous fight for justice. And I'm going to be teaming up with my brother, who I'm already teaming up with, Jonathan Hutto and you others. We're going to team up together to the extent we can team up. And if you got to duck out, I'll allow you to duck out. We'll allow you to duck out. But it's going to go down out here. It's just getting started on going down out here. So I say this, you know, and I've dealt with Governor Hogan. Governor Hogan, what did he do? He put a team on me. He put a team of state police on me. And he put the FBI on me when I ran the demonstrations in Baltimore. He put a team of state police on me, teamed up with the FBI and Homeland Security, and he got a report on me every 30 minutes of what I was saying and what I was doing. No wonder my phone was so fuzzy during that time. I mean, it's already fuzzy. I mean, the phone getting extra fuzzy. But what I'm telling you here is I done already got my feet wet with this Maryland system. I done already seen what the governor's about. I done seen where that money going. I done seen certain class of people that they buy off and give a few little dollars to. And I see how they try to oppress the little man and oppress the masses and try to keep y'all living in substandard conditions. Keep us living without nothing while some of them get the payoff. Am I right? Now maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. And so it's gonna be some things. Because the daylight is running out. Ain't gonna be no lot of time here to keep talking about what we're gonna do and what we will do. This thing is winding down in the hells of North America.
Yes, sir.
And so I say in my conclusion, October the 10th is a very important day. It's a very important day, and this process is important. Us being here tonight to talk with each other, hear from each other, learn from each other, share with each other. It's important tonight because this is not just about 1010. This is about the relationship we're going to have as we move on into the future. What are you going to do here? I want to talk, and maybe you'll ask me in the question and answer section. Justice or else. The young people's spirit is justice or else. In Baltimore, their spirit was justice or else. You can't tell me it wasn't justice or else. I seen a young man riding on a police horse that the police was riding on before he got the horse. Did you hear what I said? I'm just a witness. I witnessed some brothers riding the police horse at the height of the so-called riot, the rebellion. We call it a rebellion. I seen them riding that horse. How did he get on the horse? And who was on the horse? Justice or else. That's their spirit. I seen in Baltimore. I just watched it. I ain't have nothing to do with it. I seen the cops getting carted off the battlefield on stretchers with their heads bloody by 17-year-old high schoolers throwing rocks like they was the Palestinians. Did you see that? It's not just me saying this, right? You saw that, right? You saw that, right?
Yes, sir.
That's their spirit, justice or else. I mean, they are fired up and they don't want to hear no uncompromising talk. They don't want to hear no talk of weakness. Justice or else. Even now, you still see it. Now things is getting worse. We getting killed more, and you watch it, police getting killed. Am I telling the truth?
Yes, sir.
I'm only reporting the news. Did you see that on the news? Did you see on the news where some black people and black men that went off and killed some police? Did you see that?
Yes, sir.
You saw that. You didn't want to see that. Some of you might have closed your eyes, right? It's a hell of a time we live in. The frustrations of the people have boiled over. And some of them have went off. And if it don't get better, they're going to go off. Also, as I conclude, we are going backwards and forward at the same time. On one hand, in cities like Baltimore, we're standing up for justice, fighting for justice, and the people that we wouldn't normally see in political causes standing up and fighting. Then after the officers are indicted, and we say we had something to do with that. Even after that officers was indicted, what do we see next in Baltimore? 34 murders in the month of June, I think. 52 murders in another part of the month. The police say, oh, well, since you're criticizing us, we'll pull back. We know you. We'll let you kill yourselves. Even though it's not that simple. Even though they know where the cocaine is coming into Baltimore because they helped get it in there. They know where the heroin is coming in Baltimore because some of them helped bring it in and allowed it in and got paid to bring it in. They know where the guns came into Baltimore because they wink in their eye, turning their head the other way, or in with the deal behind the scenes to make sure it gets out there. Corruption is rampant in Baltimore, rampant in the state of Maryland. But nevertheless, despite that, in many ways we're going forward, and in other ways we're going backwards. We are hurting our cause by killing ourselves in front of a situation where our open enemy is killing us. And so my message to those on the webcast and others, even though I don't like comparing the issues, I don't like when somebody says, well, you know, we can't speak about police brutality because you see we're killing ourselves. And so you see, we shouldn't be speaking because of officers. Jesus, they only killed 40 of us, but we killed 160. Don't go for that. You pay taxes.
That's right.
You pay sales taxes.
Exactly.
You have the rights of an American citizen.
That's right.
And you pay the police departments, and the police departments are bound by the Constitution of the United States of America, and they are subject to a standard of conduct. And we must not back off of that in holding them accountable.
That's right.
There are two subjects that relate to our cause, but they are separate cases. They're separate cases. They are part of our overall cause, but they're separate cases.
Right.
Please don't let them confuse the two.
And they try.
And we will not do that. We will not do that in this hour. Yes, justice or else. Yes, part of what I say that we have to do, that I will be doing, what we will be working on, doubling down on our work with young black men. Doubling down on our work with those that are out there halfway confused these days. We have to stop the killing because it does weaken our cry of Black Lives Matter. It weakens our cry. Black lives matter. And if we want white people in America and everybody to respect the fact that black lives matter, then black lives better be mattering to us. Black lives have to matter to us. And so as we move towards 10:10, and I'm open up, we want to talk about what will happen. What is this talk about a boycott or a blackout? What is this talk? Because there is another or else. This is one or else. Justice or else there's going to be a boycott. Justice or else there's going to be a blackout. Justice or else there's going to be economic sanctions placed on America and its corporations. Right. Justice or else. There's another justice or else that's coming that I'm not going to speak about today. There's another justice or else that only God is in control of. Because when God gets ready to move, man better get out the way.
That's right. That's right.
Man gonna have to get out of the way. You sing it in the church. It won't be water, but fired next time. There's another justice or else that nobody has control over. I don't have control over it. Mr. Farrakhan don't have control over it. Pastor don't have control of it. It's a strong justice or else, super strong, extra strong. But now here in terms of our power and what we have the power to do here right now, justice or else, no profits. Justice or else, there's going to have to be an economic penalty.
Yes, sir.
Justice or else, Santa Claus is going to be out of business. Justice or else, Macy's going to have to be out of business this Christmas. Justice or else, Wheaton Mall and all of these shopping malls is going to have to take a penalty in this shopping season. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Can I say it? Black power? Black power? And since we say justice or else, we always a foregone conclusion. Having been no justice, and at this point, it is not any justice. And so since there's not any justice at this point and haven't been any justice, the or else got to drop. And the shoe got to drop right now. And it's got to drop like it's hot. So I say this as I open up right now. Y'all all right with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think I made it through this speech. I have to try to just make it before somebody try to derail what I got to do. See, I got to help Minister Louis Farrakhan. I got to help him, and I can't let anybody derail me right now. What I'm working on right now is an economic sanctions pact against the United States of America. An economic sanctions packet that deals with all of the companies and the corporations that you need to research on and the knowledge about. The ones that are financing private prisons. The ones that are bringing the toilet paper into the prisons and the jails that are abusing us. The ones that are financing the police unions and supporting the police officers. We are now getting the details and the facts, and we're getting the dirt on them. Because everywhere I go, they say, well, we got the boycott. No justice, no profits. Isn't that what they've been saying? But where have we gotten with it? We hit a little bit here, hit a little bit there. Just relax, it'll be all right. I think they're going to, let's give him a black hand. He want to make sure that happens to him. But from the list of things, we're going to be all right.
You'll be all right.
We're going to be all right. But you never know, trust me. You never know. You always look, you got to walk a mile in these shoes. And so what I'm saying, look, right now we are working on a strong economic sanctions pact that I'm going to present to Minister Louis Farrakhan. Research from myself and others that are researching that goes way back. Experts that know where the money is buried. Know about Wells Fargo and their ties to the slave trade. Amen?
Amen.
And even though the NAACP is on the board of Wells Fargo, Wells Fargo can't escape. Even though Ramal Shabazz is on the board of Walmart, Walmart cannot escape. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Do you hear what I'm saying? A showdown is coming. And everybody that's in bed with our oppressors, the covers is about to get pulled off. Amen. Let me stop right now, open up for questions before I start saying too much. Come on. Stand up. Talk to me right here. Miss Elliott and the young man there and you, brother. Talk. Give us your question.
Target. I didn't hear you mention Target.
She said I didn't mention Target. I haven't mentioned many of them yet because the report is not out. I've only given you a hint or a glimpse. And we have to consider the battlefield. It's one thing to call for a boycott. Oh, we're going to boycott Christmas. We're going to boycott Walmart. Oh, it's another thing to do it. You say one day to black people, hey, we're going to boycott Walmart. Oh, go to the Walmart. It's an army of black people. A million-man march at the Walmart. Am I right? And a million woman march at Target. Are you right? Am I right? this has to be seriously considered. It has to be weighed out. It has to be targeted. It has to be organized. It's going to take ground troops. It's going to take people that are willing to hit these malls and these shopping areas and be out there on Saturday and Sunday putting in the work to drive the customers up off the lot. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
This ain't going to be done by typing on Facebook only. I just sit back here and just type your post and everything's going to be justice. I'm typing justice. You're not going to type for justice out of this. This is going to take some grunt work. So Miss Dorothy Elliott, all of the facts in the companies, I want you to be the first to get the report. Because once we have the report, then we have to have recommendations. And we have to see how it will be carried out. We ain't have no time to fail. There's daytime coming and a night coming. Daytime means there's a time when y'all believe we can do this. And there's a night coming when you will get frustrated and disbelieve. You will say, oh, we tried. I tried getting black people together. I tried working with them. I tried being a part of the new Black Panther Party. I tried done with Negroes. You said that in your mind. I'm reading your mind right now. Am I reading your mind? But you still holding on with this black stuff. And so I'm here working as hard as I can to give you a reason to stay out here on the battlefield. And I'm working with Minister Louis Farrakhan so we can give you a reason to stay out here on this battlefield and give you hope for justice and for self-determination. So we'll see, Miss Elliott. We want to go after all of them, or we may have to go after them in stages. There's got to be a regional plan, a local plan. There's got to be ways to carry it out, but somebody getting punished. Oh yeah, there's going to be some punishment going down.
It's time.
Somebody going to be punished, and somebody got to pay for the injustices against our people. Yes, sir, young man.
Yes, Malik, I would like your opinion on this. What have you think has caused Minister Farrakhan to take this stance of justice well? Because police brutality and aggression is nothing new. I remember in the 90s that Diallo was shot like 48 times. You had Abner Lima, who was contained by the New York Police Department, funded with stuff, up his records. You had in Jasper, Texas, James Burr being dragged,
Cite the record.
decapitated. And Dr. Collins, seeing those conditions, decided to put on a Million Youth March to organize and galvanize the youth because they are the more zealous and militant of our people. And when he was doing that, he was ostracized, isolated. People in the other organizations told him that don't participate. He was ostracized, and the Black Panther Party was ostracized. Now we're looking for 10,000 men to stand up. But if we would have supported him back then, we probably already had that 10,000. So what has come now to all of a sudden is for us to take this position?
You want to say close on the problem?
You ask that hot question, so we better let it cool off.
So if we
Just when I was trying to get out of here. Make me a nice little statement and get out of here. Here you go. Go ahead. Brother, you come here. Let me ask you this. Can I summarize your question? I think I got your question. Can I summarize it?
if you can.
Well, tell me, am I summarizing? What it appears to me that you're saying is, what has inspired Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam to start dealing more straightforward with police brutality and taking a stronger stance when it appears that your question said that for years that they didn't deal with the issue or strongly with it, and that others who dealt with it, as you say, Dr. Khalid Muhammad and others were not supported when they were taking that strong stand. Is that what you're saying?
Right.
I'm pretty good at summarizing arguments because I have to do it all the time. All the time, understanding what the black man is saying. How do I answer that question? I would say that time dictates the agenda. And I would say that, Brother Dr. Khalid Muhammad told me this. He said, Brother Malik, He said, even though we're being persecuted right now, we're being shunned right now, we're being ostracized right now. He said, Brother Malik, we're like dinosaurs. Don't nobody want to take this hard stand and this hard line no more. We're like dinosaurs, because we held hard line position. It seemed like at one point in time, everybody else was maneuvering and moving away from that hard line position. But Dr. Collett told me, he said, one day the people will see that we were correct. He said, one day people will watch my tapes. He told me this several times. They will watch my tapes and see that we were correct. My dear brother, I believe that Minister Louis Farrakhan who was in touch with the people and in touch with the time, I believe that he had enough. And I believe he's seen enough for him to even affect his position. He's always been for justice, but we have not normally known the Nation of Islam to be out on the front lines when they're dealing with straight up police issues and killings and issues in the field. I mean, that's a fair statement. They have been in the field mightily. Million Man March, 2 million black men in Washington. What was the subject? Atonement, reconciliation, and responsibility. A march where mainly the black man was asked to deal with his own weaknesses, his own failings, and to atone to his family, his woman, and his nation. There was really not a demand, a political demand, a demand on the police, a demand on the government, a demand for justice. He has his own way that God has been moving him that have helped us. I can't answer every way about what he did yesterday and so forth. I know he has a mission that he has been put upon by God that carries him in a certain way. And even though sometimes I've been out there in situations where I didn't feel that I was getting just support from the general black leadership, and we were really fighting these tough fights out there on the streets, dealing with the Klan and the police and all of that. People were saying we were too radical. But guess what right now, black man? It's all coming back around here right now. Just like Dr. Collins said, yet they thought, many thought, some thought that America would change, that the white man may ease up, that he may be able to be reformed, that if you speak to him a certain way, he's going to come around. That even President Obama, it's a post-racial environment. And a lot of y'all, that's probably the way that most of us want to just see an ease to this. Who want to fight all the time? Who want to be stressed all the time? Wouldn't you rather that America just ease up and everything be cool and all we got to do is worry about other stuff other than justice? It's not happening, black man. The times are getting rough. How do I handle that? Am I bitter? Am I bitter at what I went through in the past because I didn't necessarily feel that I got the support that I should have and so forth? No, brother, I'm not bitter. I'm blessed. I'm not bitter, I'm blessed. Because those who thought that I was too radical or extreme yesterday is coming and calling my phone and coming to my office today. And so God had a hand in that, black man. And God has a hand with us. What he with us right now, brothers, he don't want us to go backwards. He don't want us to get involved in a situation where cynicism and doubt about our leader and our leadership's motives dominate our mind and cripple us from going forward. In this cause of justice, he whosoever want to, let them come. Let them come. Because we could strike a whole lot of people from the list right now. We could go down here and say, oh, well, the Christian church, they haven't done this, they haven't done that. Let's strike them off the list. We could go over here and say, well, the Nation of Islam, they didn't do this and they didn't do that. I mean, the Nation of Islam is not even really here tonight. And it's their event. You think I'm going to be mad at that? I'm going to keep right on stepping. I'm going to keep right on stepping. Because you're here. And you here and I here are here on these front lines. And my dear brother, we will be great leaders sometimes if we learn how to get over it. I could hold score about everything that I perceive have been done wrong to me and my mentor. And others could hold score on me for what they say that I may have done wrong or offended them. If we all keep score on each other and won't look for the greater good, we're never going to get out of this.
That's right.
So your question is an important question. It's a well-taken question. It's a question that comes in my mind all the time. And when you see me move the way I'm moving, I say, trust me, because it's in the best interest of justice. There are many people who are watching this, some people who are watching this webcast right now. And others, they say, well, you were with Dr. Khalid Muhammad. How can you support Minister Louis Farrakhan? Weren't they at odds before Dr. Khalid passed? Didn't Minister Louis Farrakhan do so-and-so to Dr. Khalid Muhammad? And if you go over there to the Nation of Islam, they will say, well, Dr. Khalid Muhammad said this and that about Minister Farrakhan. And if we were to hold on to them grudges forever and ever, we would never get out of this condition.
That's right.
My dear brother, some people may take my position as being not as rigid as it should be. They would take my position maybe as being soft. They think I should be mad at Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam. But you know what? You know what my heart is really soft for? It's soft for black people. It's soft for us and our desire for unity and our desire to get over it. Because if you keep seeing us fighting on one side of the fence and another, you're going to be stressed out. Your brow is going to be tightened up. You're going to go, oh, why can't the people that I love get together? So somebody got to be the bigger man in this hour. Yeah, I know, but y'all held me from speaking on time, so y'all stick with me for a minute. We'll pay for me. Give me a minute, but y'all delayed the program. Now I'm into this thing. I love it, but give me a break. And come on till 9 o'clock. Now look, and I'm in the question and answer session. All right, brother, so what I'm going to do, brother, I respect you. I want you to get my number. I want me and you to talk because I believe you're a freedom fighter. And I know for a fact you love our people. And so I've sat with Minister Louis Farrakhan on many occasions, but I've sat with him almost like a father and a son. And we have went over these issues. And we have gotten into it. He understands my position well. We went over everything you've said many times. And what I've come to learn from him is that he has the best interests of our people at heart. He don't claim to say that every single thing that he has done all the time represents perfection. But I still say, all in all considered, when you consider the overall record of Minister Louis Farrakhan, he gets high marks from me overall. He gets high marks. He gets high marks. And it took me a while to even be able to say that, considering my history with everything that has gone down. He gets high marks from me, and guess what? Amazingly, I get high marks from him. I mean, he really gives me a lot of respect. And he understands my position and our position in this fight. So I say, brother, just work with me and let's try to work through it. Maybe the Nation of Islam has now seen. Now they've seen the treachery of this police issue. And they got to fight. They are forced into the fight. We are forced into the fight. You know, we don't want to go out. Everybody don't want to go out on these streets and deal with no police and demonstrators and deal with all that. But you're forced out there now. We're forced out there. One last question. One couple. Let me ask them quickly. We go right here, Manna, and you, man.
Yes.
And then I'll have to wrap.
Okay, I wanted to ask the question around, and we have mothers here. Myself, my son was also murdered, Gary Hopkins.
Gary
Well, we
Hopkins.
have another mother here, Darlene came from Baltimore City. And we have our various organizations that we're working with. And I hear you talk about, you know, the men stepping up as the leaders. What would you suggest or propose for the mothers and just women in general in our fight towards this justice for us?
Demand that we help you more. Because those sisters and the women that I see in this movement are some of the greatest out here. And you need more support. I mean, it's just awesome. I heard you on the radio. And the loss of your son and the loss of the young men here is terrible. And you need more support. Dorothy Elliott, I mean, she's just solid and consistent when it comes to this issue. And so many sisters. There's sisters who are helping me right now. Dr. Hassani Muhammad, the great attorney, Sister Aminette and others who are helping me. The black woman, I'm not trying to knock the black man, but y'all, most of the times, is 2 steps ahead of us. You have been bred in an environment of multitasking. You can handle the babies, the job, and a whole lot of other stuff at the same time and make it all work damn near on time. While we, in many instances, trying to get out the door, trying to get our act together. So I say that in general. I say specifically, man, keep going. And whatever platforms, whatever opportunities that I and Brother Jonathan Hutto and others can have to advance the cause of your son, your cause, and to support you, let us as black men and let us as organizers get down so you can stand on our backs and go forward. You're doing great. You just need more support from us. And we're going to put more pressure on these police here. Now, I got one thing with you, Miss Ellie. There's one part in your analysis where I dissent. Not really dissent, but clarify. When we were at the courthouse on Enough is Enough, and we had Jack Johnson under fire, we prematurely called for retreat.
I remember somebody.
We left the courthouse. We had the courthouse on lock. We had Jack Johnson hiding in his office. We had him on their back. But then they said, well, this is too much pressure on Jack Johnson. You should leave Jack Johnson alone. Because, see, I booked in with Jack Johnson. And he says, he's this and that. And, you know, and it was too much pressure. You see what I mean? And so we said, so then they took us out to Annapolis, which was like taking us way out. Way out. And so I say all that to say without naming the names. I don't want to name the names. You got to take a harder line. You got to take a harder line because you as women and sisters and women of God, you want to know that you have men that will stand up and take a hard line. You want men that you know you can count on men that will stand up and be men. Yes. And a man by nature is tougher and stronger. And he needs to be tougher and stronger, politically and otherwise. Amen. So I say be strengthened, be encouraged, and know that men like Jonathan Hutto and I, we are going to be stronger in Prince George's County and do more to help. Keep going, Mother. And anything I can do, you take my card, my personal email, I do what I can to help. I can't promise I can get the Archie Elliott case reopened again. I don't have control over the justice system. I can tell you this, God had made you to be on those front lines. Oh, I'm talking real strong. I got the pastor right here. I'm going to have to go. I need to talk about what we're going to do. I'm going to have to close out. Be strengthened. Be strengthened. The movement is developed. Last question and we close on out. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Brother Malik. The one question that I have, just being one of the SCLC.
Yes, ma'am.
One of the questions, we're bringing together all these men again. I am concerned, will Minister Farrakhan also be talking about the black on black? Because it seems that so many of us are killing each other. Now I know we have police killing us, but when you take the statistics of the black on black crime that's taking place, it's much. It's like it's off the charts. And I just feel that this opportunity here, where we have all these men together, do we have something in place? Do Minister Farrakhan have something in place to address those issues?
Yes, that's an excellent question. And I want to say this. And it must be emphasized repeatedly, and there probably needs to be some extra emphasis on it. Women are invited. October 10th, the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March is not just open to women, but it is an invite to women. It is an invite to all of the black nation as well as the brown and the red and the oppressed in America. It's for everybody. Everybody that's listening is for everybody. It is not just for men. Now, your point, I would say clearly yes, because, and it ties to the brother's question, even in the past when police brutality was issues in the days of Amadou Diallo and others, the Nation of Islam line was similar to your line. When I say line, I mean their political teaching was similar to your line, where they would refocus us constantly on the killing in the black community. Minister Farrakhan, in his statements on justice or else, and in his teaching points and talking points, which I have taken many of my points from today, is all about addressing the black-on-black killing and the black-on-black violence. There's no doubt about it. And I will say that October 10th, just like it was on October 16th, 1995, will be a great day of inspiration that even in and of itself, outside of anything else, will be a strong day for the anti-violence movement. There are going to be a lot of young men and young people inspired to stop the madness. Outside of any follow-up, just that day. Because I'm going to tell you from October 16, 1995, there are many who testify and bear witness from all religions. You know, only 10% or less than 10% Muslims at the Million Man March. And so, and I have much respect for the SCLC also. Charles Steele, he and I are close, and others. And I like the fighting spirit. That's why I say that we have to, my dear brother B, we can't just judge everybody. Because even though we may fall out with some of the leaders, the SCLC got plenty of freedom fighters. On the ground, NAACP got plenty of freedom fighters. On the ground, I done met plenty of National Action Network, got plenty of freedom fighters. And so I would say this, man, yes, it's a strong day. It will be a strong day and a strong message. You have heard Minister Louis Farrakhan. They have said that he called for 10,000 from amongst the millions. And there have been different, I guess, interpretations of what he said. I like what he was saying about the 10,000 amongst the millions that will answer the killings against our people, and that will answer those that have been stalking us, that we would stalk those that have been stalking us, even though they chopped and cut and chopped and screwed the tape. But he has gone on to explain that further in several of his speeches, where he's saying that these 10,000 men also that he's calling for, that they are going to police the black community. We have to police ourselves. We have to, as men, take charge of our community. So we can't just keep leaving it to rogue officers from outside of our community. We have to take greater control of our affairs. It's embarrassing when the police have to keep coming in and solving our issues, breaking us up from fights with our women. We arguing and cussing each other out. Here come the police. Now all they beat. It's embarrassing. We must have greater policing of ourselves. And we must police the police in our own community. And yeah, we must police them also. So what are we saying? It's not a done deal yet, is what I'm saying. There's 24 days left. I have been asked by him directly to be an advisor to him and to be a counselor to him. He is actually to be that, which has really blew some people's minds. They say, oh, why would he need you for to advise? Well, plenty of people seek my advice and counsel. I'm an attorney at law and I'm experienced in this movement. Yes, I have some things to share with him, to research for him, to advise him on, because I want him to be able to use the enormous power God has given him. See, God has given him great power, but he wants that power. We want that power to have more tangible and direct results on the ground in the communities we live. So I'm fighting right now to put the details in the boycott so we don't just make a call in the air and it don't stick on the ground. We're working on the details now, so this won't be a call to stop the killing without an organized structure and a united front and a network and a coalition on the ground. Because we got to carry this out on the ground. This has got to be carried out on the ground with the grassroots. Our relationship is important. Our relationship is important. Relationship with the students is important. Relationship that I'm building with Jonathan Hutto is important right now. This is the crux of what it's about. For me, I don't know about others, but for me, it's about building the relationship because the struggle is going to be here well beyond the 10th, but the 10th has got to boost us up. into another atmosphere of struggle, and trust me, it will. Trust me, it will. But we can't get happy and just be happy and go to sleep. We got to be in right now, like we're in right now, with the follow-up plans.
That's right.
And so I'm going to be, since you asked me, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, to be an advisor and to help you, I'm going to be bugging you. I'm going to be bugging him about this fight for justice. And so I say it's still time, man. We working on it. His intentions are good. His intentions are very good. He just needs the right help to help him carry the whole thing across. See what I mean? That's what we fight for. If you're a black organization, that's our leader. Come to the mall. You're a black organization, you're a church, you're organizing. Come to the mall with your flyers. Come with your brochures. Come with your pens and pad and information. Just say, look, I'm in organizing heaven. I'm going down here and it's going to be organized in heaven. And I'm coming with my agenda, my flyers, networking and mobilizing. I'm going to have me and my squad, we're going to have about 100,000 flyers. Because I got so much going on. Shabazz University, Black Lawyers for Justice, National Boycott. I got about 4 or 5 projects. And we're going to be on the ground working for the liberation of our people. May God bless you. Thank you for listening to me. Apologize for going over my time, Pastor. Please don't put me out.
I'll get ready to.
Please don't put me out. Blame it on Jonathan, who told me I was speaking at 8 o'clock. But guess what? I like hearing from you, brother, and I like hearing from everybody that spoke. We got the great revolutionary, our mom here. I'm just so happy that she's out. And look, God bless you all. Thank you. My email is, you want to reach me, I'm at attorney.shabazz. I'm at attorney.shabazz@yahoo.com. And my office is located at 6411 Ivy Lane in Greenbelt, Maryland. 6411 Ivy Lane in Greenbelt, Maryland. And I like the view out there. And I like to see you out there. I'm your brother. I'm out here in Prince George's County. I'm going to buy me a second home out here.
I'm a realtor.
Oh. Let me close. Before I start talking about the boycott and the plan to reroute dollars to black businesses, black realtors, black service providers, black companies, before I start getting into that, let me close on out. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Give it a strong black hand to Attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz.